Congratulations if you're watching me today, because I know that means you're coming to UK anytime soon, or probably you know someone coming to UK anytime soon, and you want that first-hand information. You want to know how you can get yourself prepared for the UK airport, because you've heard so many gist, you've had so many good, the bad, and the ugly gist about UK airport. But I tell you, it can go very, very smoothly. So before we go on, I'm going to say Happy New Year to you guys and welcome back to my channel. This is Fatima Sani. If you're seeing me for the first time, and on this channel, I share lifestyle tips, immigration tips, or more like, bubbly things that is happening in UK or that is happening around me. So if you're seeing this channel for the first time, this is just me and just me. Okay, guys, let's get into it before I start saying rubbish things. Okay, guys, so if you're coming to UK for the first time and you're wondering how can I prepare myself to get UK, and what kind of questions can he ask me? How do I comport myself? So, guys, don't stress yourself too much. You have to just, be calm. When they ask you a question at the airport, just, I would say, when you come to UK airport, I know it can be quite tiring because you're probably coming from a long journey and you can't wait to like get to your final destination and get settled and things like that. And unfortunately, you still have to just go through this airport. While some people just go through like a breeze, and with nothing happening, some people have had that experience that we don't want to have, and which is why we're doing this video, right? This is why we're here. So guys, if you get to UK airport, what are you likely to see? So when you get to UK airport, you probably see people on the queue. So a queue will say EU and Swiss nationals. So if you're a passport holder of EU and Swiss national, you go to that section. And if you're from non-EU country, you go to the queue of non-EU countries, and you'll be on the queue till it's your turn, because you have to then walk up to the immigration officer. And when you get to the immigration officer desk, you can just say hi. You don't have to like laugh too much. You don't have to smile too much. I know most people will be tired, but just be very, very polite and be respectful. Good afternoon. And what's your name today? Because the first thing they will ask for your passport. They will say, can I have your passport? So you give them your passport, and they will say, what's your name? And you tell them, my name is Fatima Sani. And what's your date of birth? You tell them your date of birth. And very, very likely the question they're going to be asking is, where are you coming from today? Or where are you flying from? Or where have you flown from? When you hear that, where are you coming from? They're not asking about your connecting flight. It is very, very important when you're at the airport to be very, very precise, be very, very straightforward. Where are you coming from? I'm coming from Lagos, Nigeria. That's simple. If you have to just mention the city and the country, don't go too much like, oh, I left Ibadan to Lagos. No, that's too much information. You don't need that too much information. They don't need that too much information. I'm from Lagos, Nigeria. That's it. Okay, so what's the purpose of visiting UK, or why are you in UK today? So if you're a student, or I'm in UK as a student of University of to study that. So you have to mention that you're a student and you'll be going to University of Glasgow to study international relations. And if you're on a skilled worker visa, you say, oh, I'm coming to UK to work for this particular company as an engineer. So for example, say if it's me, or I'm coming to UK to work with, XYZ company as a scientist. Good. And if you're dependent, say your partner is in UK, your husband, your wife is in UK just now, and you come in as a dependent. And what if they ask you, oh, I'm coming to join my husband in UK, I'm coming to join my wife in UK, I'm coming to join my partner in UK. And if you're a student, they'll ask you, or what, like if you forgot to mention your university, or what university are you going to, what course are you doing, then you should have those information. And very, very important, you should have a copy of your CAS form on you. If you have a copy on your phone, good, but don't forget your battery might be flat, so you should always have, it's very important to have a paper copy, or this is a copy of your CAS, if just in case they ask for it. And if you're a dependent, they want a proof to show that you have a relationship with your partner, that you're going to come and join, that you're coming to join rather. So, okay, how long have you been in relationship with your partner? Just go straight, well, we've been married for 2 years. That's it. Don't say too much. We've been married for 2 years. Or do you have any proof of relationship? Or do you have any proof of, just, you could then present your marriage certificate. Okay, girl, guys. And if you're coming on a skilled worker, oh, okay, do you have any proof of employment? You should have your proof of employment. That means your employment letter would do that part, or your certificate of sponsorship will also sort that part to show that you actually got that job. Okay, guys. And if you're on a tourist visa, oh, I'm coming to UK to explore this, this part of Scotland. That's very, very straightforward. And oh, do you have your booking? They will ask you, do you have your hotel bookings, or where you're going to be staying? Or I'll be staying at this hotel, and most likely you have them booked on your phone, or you have a paper copy, so you should be ready to present this to them. If you're a student, they will also ask you, where will you be staying here in UK? If you've sorted out your accommodation, good. Or I'll be staying at the University of accommodation or hostel, which is very, very good. And if you're a dependent, it's very, very important to know where your partner stays. Or I'll be going to Aberdeen to stay with my husband. I'll be going to Glasgow to stay with my wife, and I'll be going to Cambridge to stay with my partner. That's simple. Okay, guys, it is very, very simple. And they can ask you, as a student, do you have any relative here? If you do have relative, you can say, oh, I have got a sister, but we don't live close. She doesn't live close by. She's in London. I'm going to Scotland, but I've got a relative, and they can ask you, who's coming to pick you today? Or I'm going to be going by myself. I'm going to take a taxi, or I've got a cousin that is picking me up outside, and you should have the contact number of this person. And as it depends, they will ask you the same thing. Is your husband or your partner coming to pick you up today? Oh yes, my partner is coming to pick me up today. Things like that. You should be ready for questions like that. And also, if you're on a tourist visa, if somebody's coming to pick you up, then you should be able to say that. And say you're on a business trip as well, you should be able to present documents to say that you're on a business trip, more like hotel bookings, things to confirm that you're coming on a business trip is very, very important. You have all this information readily available to you. And so as a student, they can ask you, so how long are you going to be in the UK for? As a student, my visa is valid until 2024 or 2025. You tell them that. And as a tourist, oh, I'm going to be in UK for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. But guys, I'm not saying you should quote me the way I'm saying it. I'm just saying, if you're coming to the UK for 2 weeks, then you should be able to say that. But bear in mind, you should know the visa rules guiding against your own visa. So if you're on the tourist visa and your visa rules says you shouldn't be in UK for more than 2 weeks, then you can't say you're going to be in UK for 3 weeks, 4 weeks. If you're going to be in UK for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, you should have reasons. So you should be ready to provide them the reasons why you're going to be in UK for that period of time. Okay, guys? And if you're dependent, if you ask how long are you going to be in UK, or I've come to stay with my husband and I'll be staying with my family. So it's that simple. They wouldn't tell you to go back to your home country, except if you're coming on a visiting visa to see your partner. Then you can say that, oh, I'm going to be in UK for like a month, things like that. Those are the things they're going to ask you. And they'll ask you also, do you have any cash on you? If you have got cash on you, you declare. If you've got, UK will have certain maximum amount of cash you can carry on you. So if you have more than this maximum amount of cash, you have to declare, or I've got this amount on myself, and you have to be able to let them know. If you have so much more, you have to declare, because then it becomes a problem. Okay, guys, it's very, very, you do this. And for student, I've my family friend, a family of 4 actually came, and they're one of the people that they kind of like interviewed more, and they went to the extent of having to check their bank statement to show they actually have the proof of fund. So guys, it's very, very important to have the proof of fund printed off if you're coming to UK, even if you cannot show the online banking. Just have it handy, just in case they ask you this question. Okay, guys, get prepared for this question, and it's very, very important. Don't be rude. Even if they ask this question, it's them doing their job, and it is your own duty to answer them politely. Don't be rude. Don't find them too offensive. Just answer, because the least thing you want to do is have them ask you so many questions. And I should say, my example, when I was it wasn't airport per se, it was airport. Actually, it was Paris ferry port, and it was actually a stunt pulled by my friend, but I didn't know she pulled that stunt with the immigration officer. And when I got there, I presented my passport, and he said, um, "What country have you visited in the last 2 years?" And I said, "I didn't travel in the last 2 years." He's got my passport with me. And I said, "I didn't travel in the last 2 years." And he looked at me and he said, "Are you sure?" And the way he looked at me, like, "Am I sure?" I kind of felt, okay, did I actually travel in the last 2 years? I've forgotten. And I'm like, last 2 years, there was COVID. There was no way I could have traveled out of the country and things like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm very sure I didn't travel in the last 2 years. And I was wondering because it was myself and my husband that was there, and he was particular about me. So I was like, okay, is there any problem? So apparently it was, my friend that was already there before me, and she asked him to like pull a stunt on me. So just in case they ask you that question, in your own case, it probably won't be a stunt, but just in case they ask you questions like, have you been in the country in the last 2 years? Just say if you've been in any country in the last 2 years, and if you have, and the guy actually asked me if I had the problem in the last, when I traveled, and I said no, I didn't. I never had any immigration problem before. So just in case they ask you that question, sometimes they might just want to know if you're lying or something like that. I didn't have anything to lie about, but just imagine if it was actually serious. At that point I didn't even know he was joking with me. I was just like, what's happening and why me? I have my whole family here, and he's asking me, have you been to another country in the last 2 years? And are you sure you weren't in any immigration, you didn't have any immigration problem? And it got me worried at that instant until he told me that, oh, your friend just told me to like pull a stunt on you. So guys, some of them can be very, be very, very, chatty and very, very nice. So just in case you meet ones that otherwise are not like as nice as you're expecting, just be very polite, and just do what they want you. Just answer what they want, so that you can always just, dash out of the airport. And if you're the type that will probably not meet these people, then good. Oh, fantastic. So, okay, guys. So I think I've kind of like answered all the questions of some of you in my comment section. Oh, yeah, I remembered one. Somebody asked me that, what if he or she cannot speak in English or does not understand English? So, guys, there's Google Translator now. So what you can do is, if you cannot speak English or probably don't understand what the immigration officer is saying to you, then you should use your Google Translator, talk to your Google translator, and pass it to them to like listen to it as well. And you can both communicate either way. So after doing your immigration, then you go to get your baggage. So you get to your baggage. That's where you get your suitcases and everything. Then go to the customs, and the customs area, you probably, some people are lucky, they just scale through. And some people, they will ask them, do you have anything to declare? And if you don't have anything to declare, just say you don't have anything to declare. And if you've got something to declare, then just say you've got something to declare. Okay, guys? And that's basically it. It's that easy. And I hope your own is going to be very, very smooth. And if you're pulled back to be asked any questions, then don't think, oh, I'm the unfortunate one. And I don't think, oh, maybe there's something wrong. There's nothing wrong. They just do it randomly. So, guys, I wish you the best. And this is going to bring me to the end of this video. I hope you do find this video very informative. And if you have any question, like I said earlier, just drop it in my comment section, and I will reply to you as soon as I could. And guys, if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? It's time for you to subscribe to this channel. If you've not subscribed, then give thumbs up if you really like this video, and don't forget to click on that notification bell just so you don't miss when I post new video. Okay, guys, and I'm gonna say bye for now. Bye.